Yo, for the love of the game, coming back soon. Just want to let y'all know. Real soon we be back. There's a lot of stuff going on we want to address. Um, with the Knicks season, I didn't feel like we should come back throughout the Knicks season. It wasn't really fair, honestly. Salute to everybody tapping in. It wasn't really fair to come back throughout the Knicks season. I appreciate that, coach. It wasn't really fair for me to just jump in the middle of the season, and I had a lot going on. I had an itch though. I was dying to talk sports with the fans and all the brothers that I met on here. I ain't gonna hold you. You know, I enjoyed the season, to be honest. This was the best basketball I've seen in a while. You know, when you got a young team like OKC just win it all like that, tip my hats to them guys. And the Indiana Pacers as well. Nobody called it. Nobody seen Indiana making it to the finals. So hit the like button so more people could see that I'm live. I haven't been live in a while, and I'm trying to debate: should I go live or should I just put out videos? So that's why I went live now for, and I may go live again later in my studio. Um, I think I might just put out videos, edited videos, because nobody's perfect. Even though I used to love talking live with everybody. Um, I got a lot of stuff I want to discuss. Yeah, I know. We should do both. That's a good idea. You're right. Both. Yeah, I want to bring back the debates. I want to bring back the debates, right? But I matured a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Muslim brother now, so I don't want to argue with anybody or disrespect anybody. Salute to everybody in the chat stepping in. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to like debates to me. See, I'm competitive. I play ball too. You know what I mean? You see my nephew, rookie of the year, he's very competitive. His pops, all of us, we grew up very competitive. So when you see us argue and talk about sports, it's just because we really just love sports. We so competitive. We want to win. We want to win. So my thing is, we debate. We gonna keep it clean. We gonna keep it. If it's gonna be me in there debating, I ain't talking crazy with nobody about sports because sometimes people get mad at us because we trying to tell them the right answers to things, and they get mad at you for just trying to get them the right answer. But that's how I go in this game, and I understand that. I'm prepared for that. I just don't want to indulge in that type of conversation because I think the passionate people look like they mad and they just passionate. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to. But yeah, like I said, Knicks had a great season. Um, KD to the Rockets. You know, that was a. Even though I heard they lowered their asking price for KD. I was glad that the Knicks didn't do nothing crazy for KD. Spend all that stuff. We spent a lot of money and picks on Bridges, and I don't think he really did as much as you should do when you get that much as far as picks. You know what I'm saying? Salute. What's good, fam? Okay, man. Shout out to everybody tapping in. Hit the like button so people can know I'm live. Like I said, I'll be back on the airwaves soon. You know, I'm gonna be mainly putting out videos. But like I seen Coach Shaw said, do both. He right. So I'm gonna do live and videos because then we putting out enough content. And live ain't hard for me. Live is easy. It's nothing. I mean, we do this questions, unexpected questions, whatever you want to know. Live is all good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about them long lives anymore. I don't know if we ever do that stuff again. We might bring some of it back because I'm sure people miss the debates. So we might have to open the panels of For the Love of the Game and let people come up there and say their piece. The Rockets killed that deal. Yeah, they came off. But you got to also think Green was what was Green, a number one pick or number two pick? I mean, KD is KD. I understand that, but you gave up Green. Brooks is all right. Dylan Brooks ain't. But the picks, I mean, I guess it was a fair trade because Green was having problems with the Rockets. I guess because, he messed with that older chick. So he wasn't really following protocol and you know how it be. So he had problems with Yume Udoka. Udoka is he's a firm coach. He don't play. And Durant may not have to deal with that kind of stuff because he's an OG player, but the young guys gotta get in line when it comes to players like Udoka, coaches like Udoka. I mean, so I like Houston. Houston got a good team. Look, go back and look at the old podcast, right? When I was talking about um, what's the name of where the Thompson twins came from? Put it in the chat. You know where they came from. They was in that high school. I mean, when they first started that prep school, they wanted Stephon to go to that same school, OTE, whatever it was. Durant played for who? Udoka with the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, I saw that. And he played for him in the USA. I saw that. He played for him in the USA too. I think it's gonna work with Durant over there, actually, because they got a good team. You seen they starting five? They starting five look pretty good. Let's keep it real. You can't front on they starting five. Can you? You can't. You cannot front on the Rockets starting five. Because the Thompson twins, I'm gonna tell you like this. I knew about them kids before the NBA started yelling about them kids. You go look at the IG, you go look way back. I've been in a picture with Kali and all. I watched them kids in high school. Even the kid going in the draft and the kid who they saying who went to Rutgers, who ain't going to no workouts. I seen all them kids for 3, 4 years straight, bro. For real. Like I know them kids game. Like that's what I be trying to say. Yo, J Bug, what up? 4 games to win for the finals, but for the love of the game, yo, Bug, let me tell you. I said I'm coming back just for the name or for the love of the game. I be like, yo, I be wanting to do shows. It's just the show is about to change drastically, right? So I was like, yo, it just be like I be watching NBA or watching shows and they just be talking, saying for the love of the game by mistake. And I be like, yo, I know I was the last one standing, but I'm not gonna let it die, y'all. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got big plans. I just wanted to figure out, like I was telling Homeboy Bugs, how I wanted to really roll it out. So my vision is to do a lot of content, but not all live. Because I want to give interviews of players. You know, my niece is in the WNBA now as well. She doing her thing. She's starting on the Dallas Wings. I'm proud of her because it's harder in the WNBA. It's very harder. And I just want to say this. I haven't been online in a while. If you go back and watch my shows though, I've been telling you that my niece and my nephew was gonna go pro years before. And that's not to act like I'm this big shit. No, I'm just saying it to say this, right? These people be pumping stuff that's not really what it is, bro. And I know all these kids. I know I watch them. And I know that's why I be just sitting back. Okay, okay. I never said son was gonna be rookie of the year. That's this alhamdulillah. Those are prayers. Like that's a blessing. But I knew son was gonna come in going crazy because that's how we built. You gotta be built a certain way, right? You gotta play both sides of the ball, right? If you listen to real ball players, that's how they tell you. You got to play both sides of the ball. And no matter if you're not really shooting great, you still got to be willing to fire that joint because you in the league now. That's just how it go. So a lot of stuff I'm going to tell y'all, like Ace, Billy, he's nice. He's nice. I'm going to tell y'all from me right now. So all the NBA people, the people who saying why he ain't going to workouts and all this and all this, I know how that works. Steph didn't go to a couple workouts, not the same way these people going about it. Don't get me wrong, because he's with Wiseman. It's the difference between you with an agency. But I'm saying players who decide not to go work out for certain teams, right? They do that because they know where they want to go and they know they're good enough to predict their future. See, if you're not good like that, you gotta answer this. You gotta go here. You gotta go there. I get that, right? But Ace Bailey, he probably want to go to DC. Please hit the like button so more people can see me live, y'all. I appreciate it. I haven't been live in a while, so y'all could get me up there. I appreciate it. Salute, Hot Grabber. What's good? Where all my peoples at, man? Come show love, man. My birthday was like last week. You know what I mean? Then my brother-in-law birthday was the week after. Show love, man. If you know what I mean, I'm only gonna show love back, man. That's all it is, man. You ain't see me in a while, but a lot of things change, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. We got a lot of content coming, you know, serious, some good content coming. I just feel like all content shouldn't be live. Live is like this. Y'all can see me live talking to y'all. What's good? You know what I'm saying? How I'm living. You go to the studio, where I'm going. That's cool. But when I put out videos now talking about stuff, it's not all going to be live. Also, I want to talk about this. I was watching the Gilbert Arenas show the other day. Watching the Gilbert Arenas show. I watch these people show, right? Watching the Gilbert Arenas show. Tag Gilbert Arenas in there. Watching they show. They start talking about players, right? Cool. I'm listening. You know they talking about all the trade stuff because Durant wasn't traded yet. Durant might go to the Spurs, so they say Castle. They bring up Castle. So I start listening. You know, I hear my nephew, my ears go up. So I'm like, they say Castle's a two guard. Once I heard them say that, I said, damn, bro, they don't even do their research enough to go and see what type of player they talking about. So you could just go on YouTube and see what type of, like, see what position he played in high school, see what he did in AU. He was a point guard. He was a point guard. Trust me. There's a lot of other stuff they say, too, that's incorrect, but I'm not going to nitpick. I can't really nitpick or dissect everything people say. Everybody ain't going to be correct. I just feel like in this media space, people go on stuff and say people names, but don't take the time out to research those players enough to make a, you know, to explain what they think about the player. Like, you know, oh, he's this, he can't do this, he can't do this. But then really watch him, what he could do in high school to what he could do now. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like when your platform is that big, you should at least do your research enough. You know, and I think what happens is when they don't guess the right players that's gonna be the top dogs, then they keep their mouth shut. They just keep their mouth shut. They're not gonna say nothing. Like with the dunk thing, right? I'm watching the dunk contest. I had Shaq, all of them taking everybody, every place, everywhere else. And I start to see why, because the kid Buzelis signed with Reebok. So he was just saying he think Buzelis gonna win it. The other kid was saying it. If you ask me, son could have won it. It was a great matchup between Castle and McClung. And McClung is a dunk sensation. So some of this stuff is just my take on certain things I ain't get a chance to speak about. But I'm going to be online a lot more to always address things and give people the real truth about things that my take on things. You know what I mean? Not just about me or my peoples in general. You know what I mean? Another thing I want to talk about. The Jim Jones, because this for the love of the game. Y'all know we talk basketball, we talk rap, we talk everything. So I'm going to just say this. The Jim Jones on his campaign and he mentioned Nas' name. Listen, bro. It don't matter a person's age to have an opinion if you don't want people to make an opinion on how old you should be rapping. And I would never do that. That's not fair. I think the man should be able to make his money no matter the age. If he putting out good enough music to sell a CD or for people to watch his video, whatever the case may be, that's fine. But don't say it's an age limit on the people who should feel the way, because it's like when you speak about certain rappers for certain people in the wrong light, you rub them the wrong way. And like I said earlier in this conversation, we passionate, so we start defending these people like you said something about our cousin or our word. So the point I'm making is, bro, I'm with the campaign. I'm with you getting money, but it's a certain level of the troll. It's a certain. You know what I mean? You can't go too far with it. You can't. You can't go too far with it, bro. You know what I mean? Real talk. You can't go too far with it saying people name like Nas or just somebody who, even if you say you look up to, just like LeBron or Jordan. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted his number or you knew he was the man in that lane, then you can't really talk bad about that person at all. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk bad about that person at all. You gotta let that person stay where they at. You can't do that. The Fox, what up, Fox? Good to see you too, man. Danny Landis, what up, y'all? Good to see y'all tapping in, man. Yeah, man. I had to log on for a second. I think I'm gonna go on later in the studio and talk about a few things, man. A few things need to be addressed, man. But yeah, back to my point, man. I just feel like it's okay to troll, but you can't troll to a point where it's gonna make you backtrack or don't look like it makes sense. You know what I mean? You could get attention, but don't make people think it's a fiasco or you got to do that to be relevant when you don't. If you really don't, because Nas don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take. I respect Jim for the hard work though, because for me, I think like when you want to be something and you be in the back, and your man's is that, and you see all that's going on, you say I could do that. You never know if son been wanting to rap. He done helped some people from my hood, so I respect him for that too. You know what I'm saying? He finally learned, got good at it, and now he feel like he probably ain't have a chance to talk his shit when back then. So you can't tell a man when they ain't gonna talk their shit. My only thing is don't say the wrong people name, bro. That's it. Nas? Hold on. I know my eyes be low. My shit get wide. Nas? Come on, Jim. We fuck with you, bro. Not Nas, bro. All right, moving right along. Moving right along. I had to address that, man. For real, bro. It ain't about the age of the person with the opinion, neither, because the rappers still want to condone things that's immature, and us as people that allow people to get their money don't say nothing about that. So it's the same thing. We have an opinion on Nas. Don't say that about Nas, bro. It's some people that just don't have no morals, and you know what I mean. You don't gotta care what they say. They just want to tell you, hate on you in your comments and shit like that. You ignore them. Everybody ain't wrong though. But moving right along, man. Moving right along. So personally, hold on. Give me a second. I want to know what should the Knicks do? I see Cat and Brunson on vacation together. Can somebody confirm that for me? Durant played, yeah. Yeah, they on vacation together, man. I don't know, man. Me personally, we need another we need another ball handler. We need another two-way player, ball handler. Why he got to be a two-way player? Because he got to be interchangeable with Brunson. You know, somebody else got to bring the ball up. Like they got to figure out a way, like to cover up for Brunson, even though Brunson cover himself, he hold himself down. You know what I'm saying? But we need a good ball handler, defender. It's hard. I mean, I think Gary Trent was probably a decent pickup, even though to me, I don't know, he's a good defender, but I think we need somebody a little with a little more height than Gary Trent. Even though I think Gary Trent might fit the description. I seen he was in the talks of possibly coming to the Knicks. Um, I seen another one, Middleton, that was on the Bucks that he went to Washington. Middleton. What y'all think about that? I think Middleton might be a good pickup as well. Good shooting. He always show up in the playoffs. He was an elite scorer. I don't think he had that much of a drop off from 2 years ago. He was hurt a lot though before, so I'm not really sure. But it's a lot of players, man. Not only that, man, we don't even have a coach, right? Talking about a player, we don't even have a coach. I think Mark Jackson is a good coach. If they could get Mark Jackson in here or Johnny Bryant, bring him back from the Cavs. Bring Johnny Bryant. I heard they had a good interview with what's that coach name? John Morant, ex-coach. He was Memphis coach. I think he's an all right coach. I kind of wondered why they got him out of Memphis so fast. I thought he was doing all right. That's just like Denver, right? Denver fired their coach right in the playoffs. Like that didn't make sense to me. I knew Denver wasn't gonna win after that. Like that was crazy. I don't know who we gonna get, man. Who y'all think? Write in the chat who the Knicks gonna get. Hit the like button if you already didn't hit the like button. I appreciate it. Lakers need help. I heard they might get Rudy Gobert. They could use Rudy. They need some inside help. Kevin Durant to the Rockets. How many pick? You see, KD was happy when they showed that picture, right? It ain't easy out here, bro. He wanted to go. But all right, y'all, I just wanted to chop it up. I'll be back on later, though. I'm going to open the door for a couple people. We're going to talk a few things. I'm going to think of some good topics. Definitely Knicks. Giants, Russell Wilson. You see they offered Russell Westbrook 100 and something $1 million to go overseas. Man, ouch. I mean, he got money. He don't got to go, but do you think he should have? Do y'all think he should go? Would you go or would you want to play in the NBA? So that would matter to you about the money, right? Yeah. It would depend on But shit, you ain't gonna always have an opportunity to make hundreds of million in a few years. I would advise him to go and get that money. Go overseas, get all them fans over there, Russ. Then you could come back. I think you built like that, man. But yo, salute to everybody that tapped in and check on me for a minute. I will be back today. I'm not sure what time, but I give my word I'm coming back. All right? No more basketball. So it's a good time to get great conversation. So I'm not going to be going live a lot, but I'm going to go back live today. So make sure you pull up. I'll talk to y'all later. All right? Peace.